Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Mr. Blue podcast. I am your host, Blu-rayDave. Yeah, it's still pretty hard to come up with interesting topics for the podcast, but I'm thinking about releasing one episode of the podcast weekly, just to keep things interesting in the channel. So let me know in the comments if you guys want that, and what day of the week do you guys want me to release an episode. So, you've already read the title, right? A very, very controversial topic. But, again, as you've already read the title, I turned this negative thing into a positive thing, right? And this is a topic that rarely comes up on the channel, and I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear about this specific time anymore, and I understand, but I always look back 6 years ago and I think man, I was positive all year round because of what happened. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking about 2020, my 2020, again, how I turn a negative into a positive, right? And hopefully this guys will bring it back to memory lane too. Hopefully, you had good moments, right, when this year happened, right? So, of course, I've mentioned 2020 in bits and pieces, other videos, but you know what? How about I go in depth, right? I'm not sure if this will be the quote unquote last time I'll talk about it, but hey, if you guys want me to talk about 2020 in the future, I could do that too, but it's only by your guys' demand, right? Oh man, seriously, I was, pretty much with everybody, I was expecting 2020 to be, just your typical boring year, right? And then, boom. I remember the night so vividly. I was at work, and there was a bunch of customers. Again, obviously I'm not gonna say the name, right, because YouTube would take this down. Well, okay, so, the bug, right? So, I'm not gonna go too in-depth into that, because, again, if I talk too much about it, then again, YouTube would take this down. So, again, this is a positive topic, right? Yeah, I believe I was the only cashier for the closing shift, and I remember a bunch of customers bought a lot of toilet paper, and I was so confused, what's going on, when I heard the news. I don't know if it was the next day, oh, so this is happening. Yeah, and I had no idea this would be my year for Star Wars, especially, guys. Honestly, guys, when you think of 2020, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For me, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and that was the show that saved it for me, right? And I talked about this in previous Star Wars videos too, the Clone Wars, Rebels, and The Mandalorian. Those shows specifically, they're still peak Star Wars, and they help restore my interest in the franchise, right? Because The Mandalorian was a whole new fish, right? It was the beginning of a new era, where the Disney Plus era / the new Lucasfilm. I mean, really, the new era was the Disney Plus era. I'm happy we got shows for a while, for 7 years, technically speaking, right? And The Mandalorian Grogu will be the first Star Wars movie in 7 years since The Rise of Skywalker, right? I make this a yearly tradition when it comes to The Mandalorian / Disney Plus, specifically Disney Plus Day, guys, right? I'll keep this brief. Every November 12th, right? That's when the platform launched. I always watch something Disney Plus related, and I make wagon wheel macaroni and cheese with turkey hot dogs, right? So I want to hear you guys' traditions. Where were you when Disney Plus launched, and how do you celebrate? I like it how the kids are still calling it the Plus, right? Netflix who? Jeez. And yes, I understand that Disney Plus is a, controversial platform still at the moment. I can understand, respectfully. I'm still subscribed to it because, my favorite franchises, again, Marvel and Star Wars, right? Like whatever originals they come out, right? But yeah, I was prepping myself for the Clone Wars, right? Like I bought the entire series physically, right? That was a huge deal. Like I'm lucky I even got like the DVD set for the seasons 1 through 5 box set, right? Dave Filoni, if you're listening, hopefully you have plans to re-release a better Clone Wars box set that includes the movie with an extended cut. Yeah, and I think February wasn't it February that the series launched, right? Oh man, what a great time to be a Star Wars fan, right? Oh man, and seriously, the Siege of Mandalore arc, that's meant to be watched as a movie, and hopefully when the Clone Wars Season 7 does get released physically sometime, Dave, please, for the love of God, I'm speaking for every Star Wars fan, please turn those 4 episodes into one movie, alright? Like, it's meant to be watched one movie, like I said before. Technically, every single one of these arcs in the Clone Wars series is meant to be watched as a movie. Like, yes, there are many movies in episodes, but, like, I think it's time to put all those episodes together and make them into movies, right? If you can't do all the arcs, then do it for the Siege of Mandalore, right? And of course, I was catching up with Rebels. I didn't finish the entire series that year, but like I kept up with most of it. Like it was pretty good, and like all the Star Wars hype. Like I think it was because of Star Wars TikTok, probably. Like, I don't care for TikTok as much, but like my favorite compilation of this day is still like 2020 Star Wars TikToks, right? I've uploaded like a clean version on my channel if you haven't checked that out yet, guys. But like, man. Oh, man. And when Lucasfilm re-released the films again, but on 4K, like, oh, yes, again, what a great time to be a fan. Like, I bought every single one of them, right? And they all came with digital copies, like, especially, like, the first 6 films, right? Because you guys don't remember, like, back in late 2019, that's when Lucasfilm re-released the films again on Blu-ray and digital, right? And then there were talks about them getting 4K transfers. Like, okay, I'm down. Like, yeah, I got all of them minus the sequels now because I threw those away. Yeah, laser beam, right? I think everyone and their grandma at this point knows who Laserbeam is, right? Australian YouTuber, like, he's pretty well known on YouTube and in the Fortnite community, right? Like, I don't watch him because of Fortnite, I watch because, like, who watches, I'm bored. I am very bored. Like, oh man, when he's up for a good meme, video, like, I'm down for it. I don't watch his latest stuff, by the time this gets out, he recently got married. Like, congratulations to you, mate. Like, took you long enough, right? Yeah, I don't come across to a lot of, like, Australian YouTubers, but, like, Laserbeam. I think he's, like, the king of Australian YouTubers. I think that's a fair statement, right? A bold claim, really. Like, you guys can let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, right? So, 2020, I wanted to take a break from Marvel, right? Because we were done with the Infinity Saga. Unfortunately, we had nothing come out that year except for one freaking film that's not part of the MCU, but it's the New Mutants. And, of course, I didn't bother watching in the theater, so. But I bought a lot of Marvel 4Ks. Like, I gave them all 4K transfers, bought some more Tobey Maguire Spider-Man stuff. Like, I got that digipack and some, like, really cool old DVDs, right? Yeah, my 2020 was more Star Wars than Marvel, right? And, of course, I bought, like, some more basic figures, not a whole lot, but what can you do, right? And I believe not only that Star Wars peaks in different years, but, like, for Five Nights at Freddy's, it definitely peaked again in 2020. I don't know, just something about, like, you had Squimpus McGrimpus with his analog VHS horrors. You had popular YouTubers watching them, like Daco, Razbowski, 8-Bit Ryan. And then you had the Fazbear Frights books. Oh my gosh. Again, this was my year to collect FNAF books. Like, up to this point, I realized my title as part of the FNAF community, like, I'm the FNAF book guy, and unfortunately, I haven't been keeping up to date with the recent releases, so I apologize, guys, in advance. Like, I will buy everything into one package, let's call it, right? Because I know there's still a few titles that I'm missing, right? But like, at least I'm like caught up. Like every time when I get new books, and I'm just like, oh man, how did I miss this one, right? Yeah, so I definitely enjoyed the Fazbear Fright series. I've given my reviews on them after like each book, right? Like every, what was it, 2 books that I've done. I'm especially a fan of the first book. Like every single story was on point. And when Daco came out with his, Fazbear Fright's like musicals or whatever, like how he adapted the stories into like on paper, if that makes sense. Like it makes so much sense. But still, I was picturing the stories in my head as I was reading them. Like we got even like into the Pit video game, and which by the way, I know Scott confirmed like he wants to do a Fazbear Frights TV series, which people are speculating, oh, it's going to be like a Goosebumps type of thing. I mean, I'll watch it, but the thing is, what platform will it be on? Definitely not on Disney+. I don't want Disney touching my FNAF. Maybe Amazon Prime or something like that. And I remember the Security Breach teasers were coming out, and I didn't watch every single one of them. I probably watched one. Like, I'm happy that I didn't watch all of them, because I feel like it would have gone repetitive and I wouldn't be excited as the game. But like when Markiplier came out with those videos, like, oh yes, this was worth the wait, right? So you definitely got FNAF. Oh yeah, I remember collecting the first 5 Funko but breakable Five Nights at Freddy's figures, and Funko actually re-released those for the first FNAF movie. Can you believe that? I didn't really care for Springtrap, right? Like, because each animatronic came with one Springtrap part. Like, I was just so happy that I got those figures, and of course, Bonnie was the first character that I got, right? That was pretty cool. Oh man! And I believe December of this year, like, Scott and Blumhouse, they were saying they were getting. Well, I don't know if this was the video that Jason Blum said, but of course, Jason Blum, if you guys know this is iconic. He kept saying they were dangerously close, right? Like, to finishing the script, like, oh, man. Oh, man. Again, what a great time to be both a Star Wars fan and a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, right? Oh, boy. I made a separate video on this. I'll keep this one briefly, but like 5 minutes or less. But like, I finally got my wisdom teeth removed, like all 4 of them. Because I remember when I was finishing up high school, I believe these started acting up in senior year. Like, they were starting to bother both up and down, like my gums, my jaw, right? So like, and I kept telling my mom, like, listen, I need to get these out right away, or otherwise I'll suffer the consequences when I get older one day, right? And of course, I've had like older people tell me, like, yeah, you better get them out now when you're young, because when you're older it's gonna suck, right? Like, every once in a while my right jaw, right, like it would like pop or crack or whatever, and that just happens by chance, right? And when you know that it's locked and you need to pop it, like, just pop it carefully, and when you have a good like oh man, that feels good. Oh man, like, of course I couldn't eat. I could not eat solid foods for a couple weeks or something like that. But either way, like, I explained it in the video. Like, if you guys want to look it up. Sure, it sucked in the end because I kept bleeding, but like, yeah, the surgery went pretty great, regardless, right? Oh man, what's I talked about? Balin Levine. I can't leave him out, like, because, like, seriously, he's been my hero for 6 years, and I bought a lot of his merch. And if you guys seen the latest Balin video, one night, and this is when I was recovering from the Wisdom Tooth surgery, right? This is perfect timing, too. I believe this was the night of. I couldn't sleep, so I wanted to look up props for an Anakin Skywalker costume, specifically from Revenge of the Sith, right? So I look up, like, how to get Hayden Christensen's hair, and then Balin's video comes up. This was back in 2019 when Rise of Skywalker was, like, popping, right? And he dressed up as Anakin, right? And from then on, I believe the next day I was watching a couple more of his videos, like, oh, I could get into this Balin guy, right? And I kept watching his videos, right? And they kept getting more funny and funny. Like, I wasn't a fan of Peach at first, PJ, right? Back then he was known as Lil Peach. I didn't like his hair at first, but, like, it was part of his, like, branding, like, iconic, right? So, like, oh, I like the hair now. And then, if you guys listen or know about Lil Peach, he actually, well, not shaved his hair, but, like, he got, like a haircut in 24, now he's growing it back. Like, if you've seen Balin's earlier videos, like, Peach is growing his hair, like, how it was before. Like, it was brown, and, like, the style, like, it looks pretty good on him. Like, the buzz cut, like, haircut on you, PJ, if you ever listen to this, it's just not working for me, man. Like, honestly, don't ever do that again. Been watching Balin Levine ever since. And again, I didn't get into, like, Peach's music until, like, the year after, right? So, yeah. Okay, work. I've talked about this regarding 2020 related videos, right? I believe I was in my prime, like, when I peaked at my work, right? Because not only did I cashier, but I got to, like, help out in grocery most of the time. And when I'm working in grocery, guys, I'm in my element, right? Like, that's where I excel. Like, that's where I belong. And again, as of the recording of this episode, I'm getting training, right? Like, obviously, I've done this stuff, like, facing, stocking, you know, like, maybe we'll call this quote-unquote training, but, like, I'm going to be in grocery for, like, every Wednesday and Saturdays, and they're hoping to, like, put me into Sundays, and then if I do really well, which I know I am, believe me, guys, not to brag, I got to face shelves recently, and yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to get into the grocery position. Like, I've changed a lot as a human being, as an employee, right? Like, seriously, I don't have a problem working in grocery, right? And again, like, the best part about this year, because I don't think it would have happened if the bug, you know, came, right? I got to train a lot of new cashiers, right? And it's so rewarding. And as Obi-Wan tells Anakin in the Clone Wars movie, teaching is a privilege, right? Like, it is. Like, it's very rewarding. Like, you're very patient with the new person, and you get along so well just like that, right? Like, yeah, I miss that a lot. And, of course, 2021, that's when we lost a lot of good people, right? I was going to say this at the very end, but you know what? I'm just going to say this right now so I don't forget. Like, I would want to relive this experience again. Like, of course, I do not want another, you know, bug or anything like that, like, for it to happen, right? Like, because, seriously, I love training people, you know? It's a good, like, mentorship role to have. You take them under your wing, and, like, I see them as my Padawan learners anyway. Like, but seriously though, I would not wish for another bug to happen again, just for, like, having new people come in and, like, I can train more of them. Like, no. Nowadays, it's very, very rare at the cash register, right? Because we have, like, limited people now. I won't get into the specific details on that. seriously, like, yeah, the bug wasn't my main focus, though. I mean, of course, it helped me peak at my work. Like, I was in my prime, right? Like, I'm getting speechless because, like, of course, I'm being careful what I'm saying here. Like, again, not to toot my own horn, right? But, like, I don't know. It's just that everyone was depending on me because I was, like, flexible, right? Like, and that was good, right? Like, I knew, like, what was up, what crap is up, or whatever. Seriously though, I made a lot of good friends that year. There was 3 women that I had crushes on. That's probably another story for another time. I will say this though, guys. I think the one negative thing that I could talk about this year, like, it really pissed me off. Of course, this is work related. I don't know. Some idiot thought it'd be a good idea. I didn't witness this. One of our other employees did, but, like, a customer thought it'd be a good idea to, like, pull out their, oh man, their Long Wayne, let's call it that way, right? And, they told the manager, and then boom, the manager says, like, attention all shoppers, like, we're closing the store early because, like, seriously, like, what are you trying to accomplish with that, right? Like, doing something as stupid like that just to, like, get this place shut down. Like, maybe you didn't want to be seen doing that, but, like, bro, and hopefully somebody, like, caught that guy, right? Because, well, we didn't have security cameras back then, believe it or not, like, not yet anyway, until, like, the year after. And then I went home pissed because we got to go home early. Like, normally high school me would, like the old me would like going home early, but, like, I was pissed. And I told my parents what the deal was, and I had to call a coworker, like, make sure they got home all right, like, and they did. I don't know, I think maybe this could be, maybe I'm over-exaggerating this, but, like, I think the best highlight of work for me, and I've talked about this so many times, the first time that I got to work an 8-hour shift, believe it or not, because, again, back in high school, I was pretty, like, this is what we did, like, the old rules when I was a Cub. Nowadays, it's just whatever, but, like, if you're in high school, you're only allowed 15 hours a week. And it was very rare for me to, like, work on a Saturday. Sometimes on Saturdays I will work a 7 to 7.5 hour shifts. Yeah, and after high school, keep this in mind, in 2019, I didn't get 8-hour shifts yet, right? So I don't know why they decided for me to work 8-hour shifts now, but this one was perfect. This couldn't have gone, like, better, right? Like, oh man. So I was working on a Friday night, right? I was in grocery stocking, right? And one of our MODs, manager on duty, if you guys don't know, great guy, by the way. He retired though, so I don't know if I want to say his name on video, but, like, if you wanted me to, sure. He tells me, or, like, either he asked or demanded me, either way, he was like, hey, Dave, can you come in the store, like, opening, like, as soon as it opens, like, 6 a.m., right? Because back when the bug happened, we had to close the store, we had to close it at 10 p.m. and open it at 6 a.m. because my original shift the next day, Saturday, was supposed to be 7 a.m. till 2:30 p.m., right? So I'm like, cool. So I knew, like, when I got off work, I had to go to bed super early because I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I always wake up 2 hours prior, guys, so that I could get myself, like, extra, especially, like, early in the morning. Like, you're still in zombie mode, your eyes are heavy, like, and your head is just kind of like, here or there. But I knew when I go into the shift, he's gonna have to let me go, like, half an hour early because we cannot go over 8 hours, right? Obviously, the manager's on duty, they're, like, 10 hours, so, yeah. And yeah, we don't offer full time anymore in our store. I don't remember why. I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah. So of course I come into the store on zombie mode, and I start in grocery. I was in grocery all day, guys, right? And I had such a fun time. And I had to like kind of like train somebody else who was with us at the beginning of the year, right? I could tell they were having a good time too, right? Man, that was such a fun day, guys. Again, I remember that day so vividly. And the paycheck looked pretty nice too. Even I still remember it to this day. I'm not going to tell you guys, right? But like, it was good. So thank you again to that specific retired MOD though, that gave me that 8-hour shift that one Saturday, because seriously, I had such a blast, and honestly, I would do anything to relive that memory again. Like, you know those memes, guys, where they're 2020 memes, right? Like, every year goes on, and you're like, wait, is your brain still on 2020 or whatever? Because that's the thing. Every year my brain expects it to be like 2020. Like, I still can't get over 2024, because I felt like I never even had a 2025 last year, so I don't know, it's just one of those things. But like, hopefully by 2030, my brain will stop having this dumb expectation, really, because like, again, there are some fond memories that I want to relive, but you know, the past is the past. You know, make your own new memories, Blu-ray. Yeah. I'm still getting speechless, guys. Like, if I'm quiet for kind of a long time, like, it's just I'm thinking about what happened, right? Like, and I remember the beginning of the year, sort of, and again when the bug came on, our good YouTube buddy Lego Train Guy and his mom, like, they would give us, like, every Friday morning, they would always give us cupcakes for whatever reason. Like, we didn't ask for them, but there were like nice gestures or whatever, like, thoughtful, like, that's pretty cool. I would still want to, like, repay them back, you know, whether that would be cupcakes or something else, right? How long was this going for? Like, a couple of months, maybe? I don't know. But the cupcakes were pretty good. Really good cupcakes. I remember the teasers, and this is DC content, by the way. I remember the teasers for both Zack Snyder's Justice League and the Batman, right? I like the Batman one because there were question marks at the end of the teaser, like whether or not it was coming out 2021. Like, I'm glad they left those question marks there, and, you know, unfortunately we didn't get in 2021, we got in 2022. And I definitely enjoyed the Snyder Cut trailer for sure. Like, Zack Snyder delivered, guys. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. And, you know, unfortunately, like, this Thanksgiving, right? Like, again, I won't go into specific details, but, like, we were positive, and it was just the 5 of us this year for Thanksgiving, right? And, both Grandpa and Uncle were positive too, so they had to stay in their own homes. Or I don't know if they celebrated together, just the two of them, but like, I thought our Thanksgiving was okay, because, you know, as you get older, you know, like, relatives will pass away, or other family will move on with their lives, and you wonder, like, what is life going to be like as we get older? Like, is it just going to be like you and your family, right? Like, unless, like, you find someone special in your life, you want to keep expanding your family, right? Like, it's nice to take breaks, though, right? But I would love to have bigger family dinners again. Right now, I'm enjoying this little break at the moment. I think it's been going on for, I guess, 6 years. I guess. I don't know. How do you guys feel about big family dinners? Like, do you like it how every year, every holiday, like the families keep expanding, or are you just like burnt out? Right, like. Oh, every year, like, we have to keep doing the same crap. Like, we have to host, or whoever's going to host, and, like, we have to keep bringing up, like, the same dish or whatever. Like, again, like, specific holidays will be stressful for people, like, especially, like, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas, I can understand. Because sometimes you would have to come up with new meal ideas, like, I know for Christmas, especially, people mostly go for, like, a ham or a turkey, right? I mean, a ham makes logical sense because you've had turkey in, like, last month, right? So, like, why even bother with turkey again unless if you have a specific family member or relative that loves turkey so much, like, good on them, I guess. I remember my family dinners, I wouldn't say all too well, but but they were pretty cool. We've had a lot of, like, relatives come, like, every year, right? Like, yeah. All right, you're getting too deep into this, Blu-ray. We got to move on, right? I think the best way to top this off, and of course I did not want to leave this out, and this is also Star Wars, so The Mandalorian Season 2, and oh boy, this season was so much better. So much better. I believe this came out, the day before Halloween, and it ended just in time for Christmas, or, like, before Christmas, right? It was such a better season than the first one. You know, at least those first two seasons still hold up. This was like a cameo fest, and I was okay with it, right? We got Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, Luke, R2-D2, right? Man, I remember a few months into 2020 wondering, like, when is Disney going to release their originals? Like, of course, when Mandalorian came out, you assume, like, okay, it's going to get a physical release. Like, when's that going to come out? The Clone Wars Season 7 came out. Okay, that one's going to get a physical release. When? Still to this day, when Disney, when Lucasfilm? Like, Dave Filoni, like, you're the head of Lucasfilm now. You can decide, like, I still have my bootleg copy of the Clone Wars Season 7. I'll still keep that whenever Dave will finally decide to release the final season physically. Imagine that having a steelbook, like, cool. Oh, man. Of course, Boba Fett. Let's not forget Boba Fett. Like, his episodes were awesome in that post-credit scene. Seriously, guys, I still enjoy Book of Boba Fett to this day. Like, I know with the recent talks of, like, Tamara Morrison, like, he's finally coming out, like, explaining, like, what happened to the series. I don't think it's necessarily canned. They just need to write better stories for him, or at least have Boba pop up in some other stuff. I still feel like we could get that R-rated Boba Fett movie. Like, remember when there was talks about that when they were making Star Wars stories movies, right? I feel like that still could happen, especially like today, like, because Disney wants to do mature content, right? Like, give us an R-rated Boba Fett film. Like, show us what in his savage years before, he took over Jabba the Hutt's palace, right? I've decided what my top 3 favorite Star Wars Disney Plus original series are. Definitely the Clone Wars final season, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the Book of Boba Fett. Some of you guys are probably asking, like, what about Mandalorian or Bad Batch? Like, those are good shows, regardless, guys. Like those are my top 5. I just feel like the animated stuff is so much better, though. Like, I know Dave Filoni, like, he's not the best at live action. Like, give that role to Jon Favreau, and then you can still have Dave still be in control and do the animated stuff. I mean, I'm sure there'll be no doubt that, like, Dave Filoni will have to be like the Kevin Feige of Lucasfilm. Like, he has to look over some stuff and like give notes or whatever. Like, but not being controlling that. Like, that's the great thing about Star Wars. You could literally do whatever you want with it. And yes, Kathleen Kennedy, there is source material for it. So yeah, I love how Dave and John are making things canon again slowly, like from the expanded universe. And of course, there's the big talk, like, Dave Filoni's retconning the sequels. Like, guys, the sequels were already retconned anyway from Ahsoka, right? I didn't think the Star Wars multiverse would be possible because Star Wars is one continuous storyline, right? But, like, you know what? Yeah. Have that trilogy be part of the expanded universe, right? That's when my hate for the sequels came at the end of the year, and I talked about it. I know that video's still up, like, yeah, why I'm giving up on the sequels, guys, right? Like, seriously, like, Dave and John, they want nothing to do with the sequels, right? So, like, there's no projects being developed, as far as I'm aware. Like, not even a Clone Wars-like animated series would, like, help them, right? Because the purpose of the Clone Wars is that, not to only, like, how do I, like, I had it, I lost it. There's two factors here, right? It's to not only, like, help save the prequels and have a better understanding, but to also help Anakin's character arc. Seriously, watch the Clone Wars, it's that good. And it should have been TV-14 on Cartoon Network, right? Like, without the Clone Wars, honestly, guys, the prequels will still be... Well, sure, they would still be loved today, you know, had the sequels, like, still come out, right? And people will still trash on the sequels, right? Like, there would still be some of the hate, though, for the prequels if the Clone Wars didn't come out, right? Like, it helped save Anakin, right? And it helped me gave, like a new point of view on Anakin, right? Because the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker is such a beautiful story, and the way that George Lucas presented it on film, like, sure, any other corporate movie studio would have been like, no, we're going to do it this way, and would have ruined George's vision. Like, I love the way how the prequels came out, guys. And the Clone Wars helped me give, like, a better appreciation for Revenge of the Sith, and Revenge of the Sith is still my all-time favorite Star Wars movie in general. Seriously, it's that good. And now, a lot of fans, including myself, are demanding a 4-hour cut, specifically the Clone Wars style Revenge of the Sith. I mean, hey, I have no doubt it'll make billions, but, like, I don't know, let me know in the comments if you guys want that. Like, again, I'm happy that I got that Revenge of the Sith movie theater experience last year for the 20th anniversary, because I love the sound mixing in the theater, because it felt like you were actually part of the movie, right? Like, a part of the space battles, the lightsaber battles, like, every scene, like, man, I freaking love that crap. All right. I think this is going to wrap it up. Like, I probably missed a couple of things, but you guys are probably going to care for it anyway. Like, I just want to talk about, like, my 2020, like, the highlights of it all. Like, again, how I turned a negative into a positive. I mean, yeah, I would love to hear you guys in the comments, like, what was your 2020 like? Like, did you kept the positive attitude despite what was happening, right? Like, and yeah, I'm happy I didn't get to go in depth talking about the bug, right? Especially got to be careful on it, because, like, YouTube will take it down if I talked about it, like, in depth, right? Especially if I'm not educated on it. So, like, I am educated on it, but it's just, I'm not going to talk about it. Like, screw that, right? Alright, guys, so, yeah, that was pretty much it for this episode of the podcast. So if you guys did enjoy, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Please don't post notifications if you want to share my content if you haven't already. And seriously, give me episode ideas, suggestions for the podcast, right? And seriously, what day of the week do you guys want me to, like, upload, right? And what time? Like, do you prefer them in the morning? I feel like a lot of you guys would prefer them in the morning. Like, there's afternoon, evening, night, whatever, right? Anyway, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for buying. Hope you guys are having a great night. Alright, bye guys. Hey guys, this is me in post, and I cannot believe I forgot to say this in the video, and this is important in my life, believe it or not, like, part of my 2020. You know the Trinity of the Troll House, right? Best in Class, Are You Super Sarah, and Die Trickster? They came out with banger videos. Like, every video was on point, right? I like how Sean's and Steven's videos, they're like different POVs, because Steven is usually the camera guy most of the time, or they would have like Tai or Sergio or whatever, like, and of course, like, they do the puppets, right? And especially the drive-thru videos, I felt like with their vlogs, especially the drive-thrus, I feel like, I don't know, I'm like part of that experience with them. Like, oh man, one of these days I'm gonna do something like that with friends one day. Like, seriously, like, as soon as I get a license and a car, like, and of course, like, we can't forget, like, the Amazon fulfillment center that Kermit and Elmo put in the garage, right? Like, oh man. I don't know. In your honest opinions, guys, if you watch these guys, who do you think came up with the most banger videos? I feel like it was either Mike or Sean. I liked how Sean promoted the Magic Spoon series. I've always wanted to try it, and I did years later. Like, Magic Spoon is good, but it's so freaking expensive. Like, oh man, and I missed out on the Travis Scott burger from McDonald's because they were promoting that in their video too. Like, they weren't sponsored or anything, but like like Kermit and Elmo were like scamming the guys in the house, right? Oh man, there's so many good videos. There is so many good videos from 2020, especially, guys. Like, I could probably name them all, but like, no, I just thought I'd give you a few references. Oh, that one time when they got sponsored to buy 1,000 chicken nuggets and 300 tacos. Kermit's like, who doesn't like McDonald's and Taco Bell? And then Elmo's like, what are we gonna call it? McDaniels? McDonald's is popular brother McDaniels. Will you guys agree? Oh man, this is funny stuff. So again, let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of their channels of that year, like, in general, and like their videos. Like, seriously, I want to hear. All right, bye guys.